Welcome to the GST series, and this is our third video in the series. Hope you're enjoying these wonderful videos. This is possible because of our research partner Prabhakar KS, who is the proprietor of Shri Tax Chambers. So he is an expert on domestic and international taxation. So Prabhakar is having a huge experience, and thanks to him these videos are happening. As you know, we have introduced him in our previous videos also. Yes, Excel Academy is doing this along with Prabhakar KS Shri Tax Chambers. So we are doing in this video, the third video, the concepts relating to paperless compliance and ease of doing business because of GST. So ease of doing business is to encourage more and more businesses to do a business which is going to prosper and also help the entire economy as a whole. So how is GST helping that? So the physical interface which used to have between the tax authorities and the taxpayers, this is very minimal now. So we have to understand that yes, because of the physical interface, we also used to have a lot of problems, for example, corruption. Now it has reduced a great deal thanks to GST because we have paperless compliance. Everything is online now and very easy for compliance. Next we come to the concepts within paperless compliance, registration under GST regime, and even migration of all the people already registered, right? That is completely online. Today you may feel, what is so great, it is online. No, why he is telling in such a way? Yes, because earlier only the people who have suffered in the offline mode, only the people who have suffered with the authorities will know how useful online is. And now everything has been made online, whether it is migration, whether it is a new registration. Also, registered dealers will be allowed to assess that due with the taxes which are due, and then they will credit it to the account of the government. So this is a shift from license Raj to the self-governance. So now the businesses are encouraged to do self-governance because they can assess it and they can pay directly to the account of the government thanks to the paperless compliance. Also, we should understand that payment of tax should be made electronically through internet banking. So this is very simple. There is no cash involved, so obviously no corruption, etc. However, there are some small dealers. So in the transition, so this whole video we are doing about transition. So right now, the small dealers are allowed to generate challan and pay tax in the bank counter. I think in the future this will be done away with, but till we have a smooth functioning, they will allow small registered dealers to go for the bank compliance where they can pay the money in the bank counter. Further, let us understand, registered dealers should furnish the details of the outward supplies electronically without any physical interface with the department. So this was a huge problem in the old regime. Now it is very simple. Everything has been made online, even details relating to outward supplies. So let us try to understand more concepts in paperless compliance. So whoever is registered under GST as a registered dealer, they are required to file monthly returns, that is of outward and inward supplies, or our input tax credit availed, or the tax payable, tax paid, and any other prescribed particulars which is required. Now everything we can make it online in an electronic mode. So whatever it is, whether it is monthly returns or inward outward supply details, ITC availed, it is very easy. Also, when we want to go for the matching, reversal and reclaim of input tax credit, it can be done electronically on the GSTN portal. So the common portal is the GSTN portal. So even things like matching concept, reversal and reclaim of input tax credit can be done. So we don't have to run around for different offices, pillar to post. This problem is solved. Also in paperless compliance, registered dealers are allowed to keep and maintain accounts in electronic form. Yes, this was already there, but now let us study this as another point. We can keep all the records in electronic form. We don't need physical paper. Ease of doing business. The present government of India is pushing the concept of ease of doing business in most of their policies. So even with GST, ease of doing business is something which is becoming a big advantage for big companies, small companies, medium sized companies, everyone. So GST is to encourage ease of doing business. Yes, there are a lot of transitional problems and we know people are struggling to even file returns, but then that is going to solve very soon. So what are the major advantages in GST when we come to ease of doing business? What we have to understand is that definitely gradually there's a reduction in compliance cost. Why do we have a reduction? So now we have e-administration or paperless compliance, which I already told you. So implementation of GST reduces the compliance cost of any industry. Yes, initially we may have to spend extra time and also sometimes extra money also. But then as we go, as there is 2 years, 3 years, we will have a definite possibility where we have the compliance cost will be reduced. So if compliance cost is reduced, obviously the service or the product cost will reduce marginally, which is benefit for the end consumer. Because of GST, now we have very less interface between the tax authorities. So there is less public interface between the registered dealer, that is the people who are paying the GST, and the tax department. So what will happen? This will save the time, the energy of both taxpayers and the department. Department also, please remember, they have to deal with lakhs of cases. So because of the less interface now, they will be able to do the work very efficiently and they can think of catching the big fish instead of searching for the small fish. So green environment. So because of GST, it will improve the environment of compliance. So when we say environment, it is the concept of compliance. People will be more eager to comply as all e-returns to be filed online, input credits to be and verified online, and it encourages more paper trail of transaction. So when we say paper trail, we have proof or we have evidence. Since everything is online, we have a trail of paper. Doesn't mean physical paper. Paper trail means we have proof and evidence of all the transactions. So we have documentary evidence. It's very difficult for people to cheat or commit fraud. It will become more difficult under GST because of all online returns and all the records are there for our future reference. So that is the good concept. Now, simplified procedures. So we have very simplified procedures, whether it is registration or refund. So registration is so easy. In online, we can do the GST registration. Yes, or whether it is refund of the taxes, unified formats for tax returns, common tax base, common simplified system of classification of goods and services. So this is thanks to the new introduction of GST. Thanks to GST, we have time-bound services by department. When we say government, generally the general public will say government is very, very slow and very, very late and we don't get the work done. Nobody will talk about hours or days. People will only tell government, okay, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. It will take a long time for the different services to be delivered. But because of GST, we have a definite time frame which has been set even for the government employees. A time frame is set, that is the GSTN has given a time frame for registration, for refund. They cannot be sitting on it. They have to reply. Even if they reject, they should give a reason and reject. But they will definitely not be okay for any form of delays. So delays are not encouraged in the new regime. We are going to have time-bound services. Also recently, a news item which you should know, a subcommittee to review the concerns of MSMEs was formed by GSTN. So the subcommittee will look into all the proposals given for the problems which MSMEs are facing, MSMEs which have a turnover of up to 1.5 crores from the central GST. So all these problems will be solved. Yes, we have lot of problems in GST now. Slowly the GST is going to become perfect and then we will have a perfect indirect tax regime. So this was the third video on GST. This is the third part. Hope you liked it. Watch out for the next part which is the fourth video relating to the transition. Once again, thanks a lot to our research partner Prabhakar KS, the proprietor of Shri Tax Chambers. For regular updates on company law, tax laws, on anything related to law, please subscribe to Excel Academy, your one-stop solution for the CS course.